Hello, friends. This is Dr. Shashi Agarwal. I welcome you all and hoping you all are safe and healthy and enjoying the life. Today, our topic is what is the meaning of market failure? What are the reasons or causes of the market failure? This we are going to cover in two parts. This topic is relevant for the student of UGC NET Economics. This is also significant for the student of public finance, also relevant for the student of economics, for finance, for inter-CA students. Its Hindi lecture is also available at my second channel, that is the Shashi Agarwal Economics and Law classes. So, if you find my video useful, please do like, subscribe my channel and also share my videos. Before covering this topic, market failure and the reason, there is one app, additional app, which is my app that is useful for the student of commerce, economics, and management. Various courses related to economics, commerce, and management they have been uploaded at my app. This is my WhatsApp number 79731799091. So the courses which are related to the economics, economics for finance, macroeconomics and public finance, managerial economics, business economics, principles of economics, and microeconomics, they have been uploaded. So the methodology will be through live lectures, recorded lectures, doubt session will be there, personal attention will be paid, notes plus test series as per the requirement of the students, descriptive notes as well as the summarized notes will be shared with the student. So what is the meaning of market fail? Why do market fail? In a free market mechanism where the price is determined on the basis of demand and supply. And there are situations in the free market, so there is a misallocation of society's limited sources. So we could have overproduction or we could have less production as per the requirement. So there is no optimum outcome because we are either we are producing more, either we are supplying less. So market failure are the situation in which a particular market is left to itself is inefficient because the correction they are done by the price mechanism, but when it is a free market which has to be corrected on the basis of free market forces, but sometimes the market failure are the situation in which a particular market left to itself because there is an inefficiency in the market mechanism. Market failure refer to inefficient distribution of goods and services in the free market. In the free market, the price is determined on the basis of demand and supply. If there is a change in one of the force, that will result in price change, and second corresponding change in the other force. Like there is an increase in the demand, so if there is a more demand, the price will increase, and correspondingly, the supply will also increase. So we will have the price equilibrium. But sometimes there is a disequilibrium. Market failure occurs when there is a state of disequilibrium in the market due to market distortion. Because we are living in the real world, not in the theoretical world, where we say demand is equal to supply. But in the reality world, demand may be more than the supply, supply may be more than the demand. So there is a quantity supply does not equal to the quantity demand. Sometimes the individual take the decision thinking it's a rational decision, but it does not lead to the rational outcome for the group. So in the real world, the markets could not be perfect because there are inefficiency, there are distortion, there are external factors, there are environmental concerns and lack of the public goods. So we see the market fails. So what are the two aspects of the market failure? One we could attribute on the basis of demand side, the other on the supply side. Market failure happen when demand curve they do not show consumers full willingness to pay for goods and services. Like the private sector will never spend on constructing park for public because here we are enjoying the park without paying any. And on the supply side, do not reflect the full cost of producing. For example, pollution because the firms they do not pay for the pollution, so it will not show the full cost of producing the goods and services. Demand side is the example of park. Here the people they are enjoying the park without paying for it. So the private sector will not ever construct park. And the supply side, here the factories they're only accounting those costs which they have paid. They are not accounting the cost which the people suffer due to the pollution emitted by the factories. So, what are the main reasons? What are the major causes of market failure? Market power, externalities, public goods, and incomplete information. Today, we are going to focus on market power and some part of the externality. Rest we will do in the second part. Market power, monopoly power, or we could say the market control. Market control occurs when either the buyer or the seller they are having the power to determine the price of goods and services in the market. The power, because the buyer and the seller they are having the power, they are controlling the market. So they prevent the natural forces of demand and supply to work because the price is set by the party who's having more power. Monopoly power happens when there's only one seller in the market and creates obstacles for other firms to enter into the market. So the monopoly power make it impossible for the price mechanism and the inability to allocate resources where they are most needed because the price is fixed by the monopolist. We create artificial scarcity and keep the price high. So what will be the effect of the monopoly power? The consumer will not have much choice. Whatever is produced by the monopolist, they have to enjoy it. So he will increase the price above the marginal cost by artificial creating the scarcity. He will produce less output to increase the price. So the consumer will have less consumer service. And there will be asymmetric information because the buyer they will not be having the complete information. It is the monopolist. He will be knowing much more than the consumer because there is no competition. So there will be productive inefficiency. So what are the effects of the monopoly power? Allocative inefficiency. Because in the competitive market, the firms price is fixed by the industry. On the price which is fixed by the industry, on the demand and supply, on that prices, the firm, they are the price taker. But here, the price is fixed by whom? The monopolist. So there will be allocation in the misallocation in the resources because the monopolists set their own prices. Market power can cause market to be inefficient because the firm is having such much the firm is having power to control the to fix the price and they will produce deliberately less output and they will keep higher price than the competitive market. In brief, we could say that the seller is having the control over the price of the goods and services. Even if there is a oligopoly, there are only a few large sellers. The seller may collude with each other to set higher prices to maximize their return. So it will create scarcity. On the demand side, the buyer may possess the power to control the prices of the goods. Here, the earlier I have talked about the supply side. Here, the seller is having the control on the market. Here, I am talking about the demand side, where the buyer may possess the power to control the price of the goods. If there is a one single buyer or a few large buyer, because they are in having dominance position, so they will collude each other to set the price at which they are willing to buy the product from the producer and that price is not fixed on the basis of demand and supply. So this practice prevent the market from equating the supply of the goods and services to the demand because there is a mismatch of demand and supply. Externalities refer to the cost or benefit which are resulting from a transaction that affect third party that did not decide to be associated with the benefit or cost. Like the person is having a person is smoking, other person is sitting in the office that is also partly affected by the person who is smoking. So here, the one person is consuming cigarette, but it will have the negative effect on the other. So externality refer to the cost or benefit resulting from a transaction that affect the third party that did not decide to be associated with the benefit or cost. Like we have a factory which emits pollution that disturb us. The effect could be direct or could be indirect. Direct effect could be operated through price mechanism. Indirect impact cannot be reflected as a part of market price. Our direct impact, which is shown through the price mechanism, are like a consumer, he decided to switch from the consumption of tea to the coffee. Now he prefer coffee instead of tea. So other things remaining the same. As the demand of coffee increase, so the price of coffee will increase, and it will potentially reduce the welfare of the existing consumer of coffee. Now they have to pay more. So indirect impact, which could not be operated through price mechanism, that is the air pollution. When the production is going on, so there is a new noise pollution which disturb the workers. Externality occur outside the price mechanism, has not been compensated for. It is the uninternalized or the cost or benefit which is borne by the third party. Externalities also referred to as spillover effects, neighborhood effects, third party effects, or the side effects. Originator of the externally impose cost or benefit to the other who are not responsible for initiating the effect. Like I have a factory which emits pollution. So it disturbs the person who are living in that area. So externality may be unidirectional or may be reciprocal. It may be one way or it may be two way. Unidirectional externality in which the external cost or the benefit are one way, like a student who's disturbed by the loud music but has not imposed any externality on the singer, the party, which is disturbing him through loud music. A reciprocal externality in which the external cost or benefit are two way, like a worker is drilling and there is a ear splitting noises coming and which is disturbing the baker. And the baker also by emitting the smoke and the pollution disturb the worker. So here's the reciprocal externalities. Our externality could be positive, could be negative. Negative externality impose an additional cost on the society, which firm do not incur out of. Explicit mean which is paid out of the pocket. So that is not included in the private cost. Private costs are those costs which is incurred by the producer, like we are manufacturing something, so we are spending on the raw material, we're spending on the labor, we are spending on other energy, other indirect overheads. Private costs, direct material costs, direct labor costs, direct overhead, and indirect overhead. External costs, they are the additional cost over and above the private cost. When they are added, external cost and private cost means the social cost. Externally could be positive, could be negative. So positive externally, additional benefit to the society, which the consumer does not pay, but therefore are not added to the private benefit. So social benefits are equal to the private benefits plus the external benefits. Externally, why do market fails? Because they hinder the ability of the market prices to convey accurate information, how much to produce and how much to consume. Thank you student for watching. Rest we will do in the next video. Do not forget to subscribe my channel, that is the Shashi Agarwal, and also do not forget to download the app, that is the Edison app.